So we're going to look at recirculation this time. So here we have an aircraft hovering inside ground effect. We've reduced our induced flow because we've got this positive pressure underneath. So we bring in a vector diagram into this. See, so we've got that reduced induced flow, relative airflow, a larger angle of attack, lift and drag total reaction have increased, but our rotor drag has decreased, our torque has decreased, our total rotor thrust has increased, and we're in our hover. So now we're going to hover next to a wall. So what's happening? So you can see here, our induced flow is acting as we expect on this side, because it can flow down fully. However, at the wall, as it acts down there, it's been forced up by the wall. And then it's exactly what's going to come back through and be sucked in part of that induced flow again. And it's going to create this type of vortice here. So you can see now we've got the positive pressure here, the negative pressure under here, and then we're getting that induced flow wrapping itself around. So our IF is now going to increase because of this effect here, which means we get a new relative airflow. We've now got a smaller angle of attack. So for our lift and drag decrease, our rotor drag is now increased because of that. Therefore, our torque is going to increase. Our total rotor thrust has decreased. So the aircraft wants to descend. So to counter that, we're going to pull in power on the collective, raise the lever, increase our torque to then balance that out and maintain that hover. So we now need to use more power to maintain our hover because of that recirculation. It can happen in crops, so you can just see the way the crops are going to flow out like that, and we're going to get that effect on both sides of our rotor. Other helicopters can affect this again, so if you're smaller airfields, multiple helicopters hovering too close to each other, we can get that recirculation effect on the tips here and here. And obviously the worst one is going to be this guy in our middle. And that is our recirculation, nice and simple.